Stay, and I'll dress up in poems for you. Stay, and I'll dress up in poems for you. I'll dress up in poems for you. Stay, and I'll dress up in poems for you. Stay, and I'll dress up in poems for you. I'll dress up in poems for you.
Told that guy where he could take it. Honestly,
once upon a time, God had a dream for the world, that we would reflect the beauty and love from which we were made, that we would not be alone, and that we would work and care for God's good world. At Awaken, we have centered our life around these ideas. When we gather, we want to be a reflection of God's love and beauty. When we meet in one another's homes, we remind each other that we were not meant to be alone. We were made for community. When we engage our neighborhoods and workplaces, we partner with God in the work of redeeming and restoring what God made good. Awaken is a safe place for us to explore who God is, to ask questions, and to wake up to God's dream. Awaken exists to demonstrate and announce the way of Jesus in the world and to partner with God in the renewal of all things.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Awaken. I love a holiday weekend. It shows you who really cares. So it's you all. Thank you. Carrying this community. No, I'm just kidding. I really am joking about that. Lots of people care. Well, welcome this morning. I'm the executive pastor around here. We are first Sunday without Micah on sabbatical. We're so far, so good. But I did want to lead us in our call to worship this morning and maybe start on a bit of a more somber note, acknowledging today is the 5-year anniversary of when George Floyd was murdered. A terrible, awful moment in our community. One of those moments where you probably remember where you were when you found out. One of those moments that unfortunately is not exceptional. And so this morning, I want to invite us to remember and honor this person. Invite us to grieve and lament this unjust loss of life, to grieve and lament the ways that systems seem to win sometimes in harm. To grieve and lament the ways that we tell stories about one another and dehumanize one another, the ways that we all have capacity for that. And so this morning, our call to worship is a song, and a song that might seem like a 180 from what I've said. And as we, people of God, discern what our work is in the world, in this moment in the world, I think we're also invited to wonder about what is the vision that drives us in that work. What is the vision, the spirit that will keep us, protect us from that capacity to harm? And so there are a million ways to respond to that question, but I want to ground us in a song this morning. And this song reminds us about creation's inherent goodness. This song talks about how all of creation is good. It talks about how God creates with intentionality. And I want to remind us this morning that in the midst of terrible things, what still exists is our inherent goodness. That what God has intended is the direction of goodness, that we are moving and working towards that. And so with whatever you can muster this morning, let us sing that together. I invite you to stand and sing.
The sun knows where to go down. The ocean holds its creatures. The river knows its bounds. The birds, the trees, the cattle, and all things great and small. We find our place in creation. Your hand sustains it all. All your works are good. All your works are good. From everlasting to everlasting, all your works are good. He makes the clouds its chariot. He wraps himself in light. He stretches out the heavens like a tent across the sky. He knows our every burden. When darkness veils our eyes, he comes with spring returning, bringing death to life. All your works are good. All your works are good. From everlasting to everlasting. There's a message on the wind. Be still and know your Maker. Be satisfied in Him. Be still and know your Maker. Be satisfied in Him. Every blessing to my heart to sing thy praise. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet sung by flaming tongues of love. Praise the mountain fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love. Here I raise my Ebenezer. Here by thy great help I come, and I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Jesus sought me when a stranger, wandering from the fold of God, here to rescue me from danger, interpose His precious blood. To praise How greater debtor daily I'm constrained to be. Let thy goodness, like a fetter, bind my wandering heart to thee. Come to honor, Lord, I feel it. Come to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, take and seal it for thy courts of love. Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet sung by flaming tongues of love. Praise the mountain fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love. You guys sound so beautiful this morning. Let's sing this song of blessing over kids that are maybe in the room with us or kids who are downstairs. If you do have kids with you that would like to participate in Kids Community, now's a great time to check them in. Yeah, let's sing this together. May God give you eyes to see all that is good, all that is good. The courage for anything. May you be strong, may you be strong. May God give you ears to hear their loving voice, speaking all around you, all around inside. Before you take a seat, take a moment to greet some people around you.
And it opens all my scars, like the time that we were dead drunk, and went crawling through the bars. And you preyed upon my weakness, made me feel so fucking small. We got tried, you should have known. But honestly, just keep turning the page. It's the coming of age, it's the movie scene. When they finally know it's alright that it goes in the end. I never thought that I would be here, down the pathways of my life, feeling lost and so abandoned.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Special welcome to you this morning. If you are visiting or new, it can be a big deal to come to a church for the first time. So we're glad you're here. If anyone is interested in connecting at Awaken, there's a QR code, or you can go to our website. There's a connection card. Someone from our staff will contact you. We would love to take you out for a beverage of your choice, get to know you a little bit. And any tithes or offerings you can also give online or at the black boxes by each of the doors. We're very grateful for your financial support. So many things happening. We are on the brink of summer. So today, this afternoon, if you get our emails, our summer calendar will go out. I wanted to highlight a couple of things coming up. You'll see we have a number of affinity groups. So if you fall into any of those categories, lots of fun things coming up. We have a run club now. I'm not a runner. I never will be. But man, do I respect you. So 8 a.m. on Saturday, you can run with other people from Awaken. On June 4th at 7 p.m., there's an artist mingle. So if you are a creative, you're invited to that. You can RSVP online and get the address. And then June 13th, Wednesday, will be the youth group end-of-year celebration. So that is, okay, the youth pastor Trevor is real excited back there. So make sure to register. That's for students 6th grade to 12th grade. And then a couple things. I have the privilege of introducing who will be teaching this morning. Before she comes up, we'll have Mike come and read the scripture for the morning, but I did want to introduce Dr. Kelly. Dr. Kelly Sherman Conroy, Oglala Lakota, is an associate pastor at All Nations Indian Church and professor at religion at Augsburg University and St. Olaf College. A theologian, activist, and storyteller, her work explores Lakota spirituality, systemic theology, and healing justice. She's a mother, adventurer, and friend. Through her ministry, she invites people into deeper relationships rooted in faith, community, and sacred story. So said differently, we are very, very lucky. to be learning from you today, Dr. Kelly. So please welcome Mike and Dr. Kelly at the same time.
Will you stand for the reading of God's word? Sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish festivals. Now there is in Jerusalem near the Sheep Gate a pool, which in Aramaic is called Bethesda, and which is surrounded by 5 covered colonnades. Here a great number of disabled people used to lie: the blind, the lame, the paralyzed. One who was there had been an invalid for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" "Sir," the invalid replied, "I have no one to help me into the pool when the water is stirred. While I am trying to get in, someone else goes down ahead of me." Then Jesus said to him, "Get up, pick up your mat, and walk." At once the man was cured. He picked up his mat and walked. The day on which this took place was a Sabbath.
Wow, good morning. I was just saying earlier they had me talk as they were testing the microphone, and they said, "Tell a story." And I was like, I promised my son a kitten. So found a kitten yesterday or Friday night online, said we'd come pick it up thinking it was only an hour or so out of town. We drove to Milwaukee yesterday. That shows a lot of love, as you said this morning, because 10 hours in a car to get a kitten, which is very cute, by the way. There's something about the way Jesus asks questions that often has a way of making me kind of stop in my tracks. You know, Jesus, if you listen to Jesus' words, he doesn't lead with judgment, right? He doesn't kind of throw out answers kind of like candy at a parade. He sees, like Jesus sees you. And then he pauses. And then when the moment is like just right, he asks something that is so unexpected, so piercing that it goes kind of straight to the core. And that's what I love about the questions that Jesus has when he asks. And today we meet this man, right? We meet this man who's lying in by a pool in Jerusalem. This place that has been known for its healing waters, right? And it's surrounded by these kind of 5 porticos that are filled with people, sick and paralyzed, blind, right? People whose bodies and spirits have been through so much. And then this man, he's been there for a very long time. 38 years to be precise, right? Think about that. 38 years. Longer than some of us have been alive, right? Long enough for pain to become a part of your identity. Long enough for hope to start fading kind of around the edges. Long enough to believe that healing just might not be for you. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Jesus kind of walks up to him, not with like this big fanfare, right? Have you ever thought about what happened if you would meet Jesus? Like, you know, like what's going to happen, right? No fanfare, no spectacle, right? Just a question. Do you want to be made well? Think about that. Because let's be honest, at first glance, I kind of looked at this question and I thought, that's kind of mean, right? This question. Of course he wants to be made well. He's lying by a pool known for its healing powers, and he's right there kind of on the edge of the thing he believes might save him. But then maybe the question isn't about the pool. Maybe it's not about his legs. maybe Jesus is actually asking something so much deeper than that. Do you want to be made whole? Are you ready for that kind of healing that's going to change absolutely everything? Because sometimes we say we want healing, but what we really, really want is comfort. Or maybe it's control. Or to go back to how they used to be, right? And sometimes I think we've been broken for so long. We don't even know who we are without that wound. Like we can't live without it because we don't know anything else other than carrying that pain. This is where the heart of the gospel really presses in this moment. Jesus doesn't just fix problems. He transforms lives. He doesn't reduce people to their suffering and the things that they are going through. He works to restore their dignity. And he does it by inviting them into relationship. So notice then how personal this moment is, right? Jesus could have healed the whole crowd in this one sweeping motion probably, right? But he sees one man. He sees this one man and he draws up near to him and he walks up to him and he asks a question that invites participation, not just passivity, right? He is asking this person to join him in this question that he's asking. And that's what real healing does. It invites us into a new way of being. And we're not just recipients then of grace, but we are co-creators of this new story. Our stories are so important in who we are. And that is how God moves. Not as this kind of distant force, but as presence. Not as, God is a vessel. God is someone who kneels beside the wounded. God is someone who listens before acting. God is someone who honors agency and affirms worth. This is not a God who pities us. This is a God who loves us into liberation. And it is no small thing then that Jesus does this on all days, the Sabbath. Because healing doesn't wait for the right time, right? God's grace isn't confined to human rules or religious order. God is always present, always acting, always working, not just on these specific days, right? It breaks in where it's needed the most. It disrupts the silence. It shows up in places that have been ignored and says, you know what? Get up. You are more than just this moment. That, for me, it really, really hits home. Because especially as an indigenous woman, so I come from the Oglala Lakota Sioux tribe, which is from Pine Ridge, South Dakota, so kind of through the long state of South Dakota, and you hit the stolen lands of the Black Hills, go down south for about 2 hours. And but my connection here as well is my grandparents. My grandmother was a part of the 1,700 people imprisoned at Fort Snelling with the Dakota people. And so I have a deep history here. And this hits home, this message for me, because in our communities, healing isn't just about the individual person. We have communal traumas. We have our individual traumas, right? But when we march or when we go into this idea of healing, it's about the whole. The people, the land, our ancestors. That healing is kind of layered. And it's slow. Human-wise, we want it to happen like this, and it doesn't work that way. But the thing with healing is that it is sacred. And it's the beauty in how God has made us, because God has made us to never be alone, if you think about this. So if you think when you are in your mother's womb, right? You're in your mother's womb, and we are immersed in water. Now think about that water. That water is a part of everything, right? Our world is made up of water. We are made up of water. And scientifically, water, it has been proven, water carries that memory, right? So then we're in our mother's womb, and we are forming, and what's forming with us? Those stories. That water holds that memory of the stories, and it comes in and it builds us. And then we are born. And what happens? That water flows back out, but your story becomes a part of that whole, right? And then as Christians, we are baptized not just into a family, though, right? That's a reunion. That story becomes deeper, right? That's just the beauty of God and how God has made us to never be alone, because that Spirit of God is within us, within everything. And in a Lakota perspective, that's how we understand this world. When we say Matakue Owasin, it means we are all related. It's because we understand that Spirit, that God is within us, and God is in everything: birds, bees, trees, water, us. And because of that, right, we are never alone. And it's our pain, that healing, right? It's never just about what you see on the outside. We as people, as human beings, we carry some really deep wounds. Wounds from, in my people, wounds from colonization, from stolen children, from erasure, from broken treaties. These wounds, they kind of stretch across generations for indigenous people. And yet, the thing is, as indigenous people, we are still here. We're still standing. We're still holding on to our languages that tried to get erased. Our songs, our stories. But healing is a thing that's just, it's not automatic. Healing is something that yes, it comes, but it doesn't come just because we've survived. Healing takes ceremony. It takes some relationship. But most importantly, it does take time. In Lakota thought, healing kind of involves what we call wokshape, which means wisdom. And it takes a whole lot of perseverance, especially in your heart, right? And it takes a lot of generosity within your spirit. It's all about restoring balance within ourselves, within each other, within the land that we are, because all of this holds that memory, holds that story, holds that pain. And for our people, the wound is not a source of shame. It's sacred. That we carry it with reverence because our healing is not only for us, it becomes medicine for the next generations. That's why this story matters so deeply, is because we know what it is to be overlooked, and we to be passed by others while they step into the water, right? To be told that our turn is gonna come at some point, or even as we see all these generations pass us, right? But we also know what it is to hear the voice of God. And God says, I see you, that you are not forgotten, so rise. That your story matters. That you no longer have to balance. Some of that healing comes from saying, here is my story. Excuse me. And I don't need to say, look, in the book of John, it's right here. You hear God in your story, because God has never left. So this weekend, as we know, we also want to remember someone else whose life was taken. George Floyd. George Floyd was a black man. George Floyd was a father. He was a human being whose final breath sparked a global outcry for change. I myself remember those days very vividly. The way that the streets were filled with people who had had enough. The way that the world kind of paused and they kind of began to look inward, right? The way that truth came just completely flooding in. And it was loud, and it was messy, and it was painful. But the thing is, what was happening, it was necessary, right? For a long time, we would hear and we could see the news and how they covered it, and you would see these angry people, and you would see these fires, and you would see all this stuff. And yes, there were instigators within that. But what you were seeing, don't get me wrong, this was healing. Because how many places can we go, especially when you are a person who has been marginalized and your story has been set aside, right? And let's say you're sitting there and someone is talking to you and all of a sudden that pain is coming out and they begin to get angry and they start screaming or they start yelling. Maybe it's bad words, right? But that's what we were seeing on those streets, because what happens is, let's say that's happening to you and you're talking to somebody, usually you're going to probably ask them to go. You might call the police, but we have no spaces to let it out. And that is what was happening in the streets. You were seeing a place where people could release their pain. And you saw it all, because we know grief comes in so many different forms, right? I saw it in laughter. I saw it in tears. I saw it in anger. But it was, it was healing. And still, after all of that, we are asking. I need some water. We go back to Jesus' question. Thank you. Do we really want to be made well? Because healing from racism, healing from systemic injustice, from stolen lives, from silenced voices, which is going to happen to mine here shortly. The thing is, that is not a weekend task. That is a lifetime journey. That's the kind of healing Jesus is talking about. The kind that flips the tables. The kind that disrupts. The kind that holds us accountable. Right? And the truth is, some of that momentum has quieted down. Some folks have gone back to their lives thinking that the work is done, right? But for those of us living under that weight of racism and that inequality, the storm has never stopped. Policies haven't changed fast enough. Our neighbors still carry grief and pain and trauma, and the systems still tilt towards that power, and we're seeing it today. And they're moving more and more away from justice. So we have to keep showing up. Not just when the cameras are rolling, not just when it's trending on TikTok and all the things, right? But when it's hard, which is right now. When it's uncomfortable, which is right now. When it means giving something up. When it costs us something, which is happening right now. Because that's what real healing takes. Let me be clear, this isn't just about one person. The story wasn't just about one man. This is about every life that we've lost to silence. This is about every life that we've lost to brutality. This is about the lie that some lives matter more than others. It's about building a world where our children don't have to inherit the same wounds that we have been carrying for way too long. But the thing is, we are always going to carry those wounds, right? In an indigenous way of looking at life, right? We look in a very circular way of things. That means because we are always attached and connected to things. So it's not this kind of linear, kind of more human way that we look at stuff where it's very linear, where we keep moving forward and all the stuff is in the past, right? So once it's behind us, it's done. That's not true. It does stay with us. Everything does. And then Jesus says to the man, stand up, take your mat and walk. And notice he doesn't tell him to leave the mat behind. He carries it with him. That mat is a part of his story. Now, that mat held him for 38 years. And now he carries it, not as that weight, not something that's going to continue to hold him down, not something that is shameful, but he's carrying that mat because it is a witness. So I wonder, what are the mats that we carry? What stories have held us through our hardest seasons? What pain have we lain in far, far, far too long? What healing have we longed for, but never dared to believe was for us? Beloveds, I'm almost done here, and I want to see this honey thing that you were talking about, right? I don't know what you are carrying today. Maybe you're carrying grief. Or maybe it's fear. Or maybe it's just exhaustion from 10 hours of driving to get a kitten, right? Or just holding up too much for too many people. Remember, you need to care for yourself because it is really hard to care for others if you can't care for yourself and be healthy. Maybe what you're carrying, like our communities, you're carrying generations of both trauma, but you're also carrying that resilience, wounds, and wisdom. So I ask you, not just as a teacher, as a preacher, as a mom, but as a fellow traveler on this healing road, do you want to be made well? Because healing is not always clean and quick. It doesn't come with those instant answers, shake the 8-ball and see what happens, right? But it does come through honesty. It comes through connection, through turning towards each other rather than turning away from each other. In my Lakota way, I said this a little bit earlier, we say matakiwe awasi, which is all my relations. It's a reminder that healing is never just for me. It's for us. It's for all of us. Because when one of us heals, we all rise a little higher. So may we be the people who are brave enough to answer the question. May we do the work that is slow, that is steady, but is really, really sacred. May we do the work of reclaiming our stories. our dignity, our wholeness, and may we carry our mats, not as shame, but as sacred memory. And may we walk, not back into the systems that have been breaking us, but forward, together, quite honestly, into the healing that we deserve. Amen. Thank you.
Well, we're going to just take a moment of quiet and let us marinate in Dr. Kelly's words and pray with me. Spirit, would you meet us? Help us to hear what needs to be heard. Well, as we make our way to the table this morning, the kids have arrived. We, as many might remember, in our old space on Communion Sunday, kids would come and receive honey. We haven't tried that in our new building yet, so it's all learning. But as we make our way to Eucharist this morning, a few words of instructions. The kids are going to come down and receive honey. They receive a blessing. May the word of God be like honey on your lips. And then once they are through, communion servers will come forward. We invite you. You will come down the outside aisles and receive communion. About halfway back, there are going to be ushers who will send the back half to 2 stations in the back there. There is red wine and white grape juice. Sorry, new instructions for me. You will be invited to take that wafer, dip it into the cup. There's a small portion of gluten-free. If you prefer to receive communion from your seat, I'll walk down the middle aisle and you can wave. Receive these words. On the night Jesus was betrayed, he took bread and he broke it. And he said, "This is my body broken for you. Whenever you eat of it, do it in remembrance of me." And in the same way, he took the cup and blessed it and said, "This is my blood shed for you. Whenever you drink of it, do it in remembrance of me." This is the table not of the church, but of the Lord. It is made ready for those who love God and those who want to love God more. So come, you who have much faith and you who have little, you who have been here often, you who have not been here for a long time or ever before, you who have tried to follow and you who have failed. These are the gifts of God for the people of God, and so come, not because the church invites you, not because I invite you, but because Christ invites you to be known and fed here.
Hear all you children of heaven's promise, shivering under clouds of gloom. Hear all you wondering where your God is. Jesus weeps tonight with you. Take heart, take heart. He has overcome the world. Take heart, take heart. He has overcome the world. Hear all you weary, troubles companion, praying to find a peace unknown, where sorrow's river hollowed a canyon, the wounded healer's water flow. of every breath we could ever breathe, we live for you. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love for those around me. Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe, we live for you. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. You're worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart. been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I am found, leaves 99. I couldn't earn it, but you say I'm worth it. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Yeah. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so good to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves a 99. I couldn't earn it, but you say I'm worthy. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. No, no, no. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending,
May God bless you and hold you close. I'm going to stand up one more. May the face of Christ shine upon you with compassion and truth. May the Spirit still stir your healing in your body, your mind, and your heart. May you walk this day in peace, grounded in sacred belonging, guided by love, and surrounded by all your relations. Amen.
Sorry, the prayer team is available if anyone would like to receive prayer.
Never noticed all the chemicals. So proud it'll tear me apart on its own. I'm a rodent, I'm a replica. But for a moment, I'm adorable. Oh, I know I could be bad. No, no. I could be bad. No, no. Don't be modest, will you way down low? Rotated, I've been cutting decimals. Border walking, pull my ankles up. By way of promise, I was taken there. I could be bad. No, no. I could be bad. No, no. I could be bad. No, no. Look at me like that. No, no. Could barely stand to hold my head up, thinking I'd be better off the grid. 'Cause I can only handle my own heaven. Yours is on another plane to hit. Cherubim and seraphim, open synonyms for time. Sinking in the curve, I kick my floor and giving all the stars it might be blessed. Hope from you what you left this morning, frame me in an orange golden tent. If only I had bought the tape recorder just to say those words again. The way you just surrendered made it all the sweeter. I was yours, I melted then. You dropped it in and left it on the side. The bathing water's half of chapter 9. 16 blisters, I was cricking my neck out, trying to see how drawings of choirs get born. 16 shivers, I remember my legs shaking in my head while you were making your bed up next door. Caffeine rivers, your letters they read themselves in my head. I left them all on your doorstep that fall. 50 winters, my sweater was red. You were growing your hair out, said you were fed up with it, sure. But we're on to something now. We're on to something now. We're on to something now.
tell me, so I can get to sleep. So I can sleep.
Wake up, it's morning. Wake up, my darling. Wake up and see for yourself. You were woven in patchwork, clouded and hazed, and you passed like a lover can be. Honey, it's alright. Honey, it's alright. It's alright to be alone. It's alright, honey, it's alright. It's alright to be alone. Despite all our shuffling, a train wreck talking, despite all our outfield saves, the treading water, the sea was your daughter, but now she's gone, gone. It's alright, honey, it's alright. It's alright to be alone. Honey, it's alright. Honey, it's alright to be amongst the rubble and stone.